My mom's scream shattered the cul-de-sac's evening calm, a sound so raw it could have cracked the pavement. I swear, even the cicadas shut up to listen. I'm Mia 16, and I live in Pinewood Estates, where the HOA rules like a petty dictator with a clipboard. Our neighborhood's pristine lawns and cookie-cutter houses hide a simmering war, and my mom, Linda Carter, is its latest casualty or so. I thought that humid June evening. She's a firecracker. My mom, always ready with a quip and a coffee mug that says, "Don't mess with me. I'm union." But nobody, not even her, was ready for HOA. Huang Guyan, our HOA's self-appointed enforcer, strutted around like she owned the block. Picture a 5'2" tornado in a tactical vest. HOA stitched in bold white letters across her chest, her badge gleaming like it was forged in the fires of her own ego. She'd fine you for a blade of grass out of place or a mailbox leaning a degree too far left. Neighbors whispered her name like a curse, but nobody dared cross her until Mom did. It started over a stupid birdhouse. Mom had hung a bright blue one on our oak tree, a gift from my late grandma. It was quirky, a little crooked, but it made Mom smile. HOA, though, saw it as a war crime. Regulation 7.2, no unapproved external decorations, she'd barked, slapping a $200 fine on our door. Mom, being Mom, laughed it off and painted the birdhouse neon pink just to spite her. That's when HOA escalated from petty tyrant to full-blown vigilante. I was sprawled on the couch, scrolling through X when I heard the doorbell. It wasn't a polite ring, it was a jab, like someone was trying to punch the house. I peeked through the blinds and saw HOA, flanked by two other HOA board members, all glaring like they were about to storm a fortress. Mom opened the door, still in her yoga pants, her hair a messy bun. "What now?" "HOA," she sighed, like she was talking to a yappy dog. "Your birdhouse violates code," HOA snapped, waving a clipboard. "Remove it, or I'm calling the authorities." Mom laughed, a sharp, dangerous sound. "Authorities for a birdhouse? Honey, you need a hobby." That's when HOA's eyes narrowed, and I knew we were in trouble. She didn't just want compliance, she wanted blood. "You're obstructing HOA law," she said, stepping closer. "I'm within my rights to detain you." Detain, I nearly choked on my soda. Since when did HOA cops have handcuffs? But there they were, glinting on HOA's belt, her hand twitching toward them. The neighbors started gathering, phones out, live streaming the showdown. I ran outside, heart pounding, as Mom squared her shoulders. "Try it," she said, voice low. "See what happens." What HOA didn't know, what nobody in Pinewood knew, was that Mom wasn't just some loudmouth with a pink birdhouse. She was Linda Carter, sister of Mayor Evelyn Carter, the woman who'd run this town for a decade. HOA was about to step on a landmine and call it a victory. The crowd grew, their murmurs turning into shouts. "Leave her alone," yelled Mrs. Jenkins, our 80-year-old neighbor who once threw a slipper at a raccoon. "You're out of control," HOA screamed Tom from across the street, still clutching his lawnmower. The air crackled with outrage, years of HOA's petty fines and power trips boiling over. Someone posted the scene on X, and within minutes, Corina Ho Tyrant was trending. HOA didn't back down. She grabbed Mom's wrist, snapping on one handcuff before Mom yanked free. "You're under citizen's arrest," HOA bellowed, her voice shaking with righteous fury. The crowd gasped, phones raised like torches. I froze, my stomach twisting. This wasn't about a birdhouse anymore. It was a reckoning. "You're arresting me." Mom's voice was ice, her eyes blazing. "Do you even know who I am?" HOA smirked. "A rule breaker. That's all I need to know." The crowd roared, some cheering for Mom, others egging HOA on. I pushed through, yelling, "Stop it, she's the mayor's sister," but my voice drowned in the chaos. HOA's hand hovered over her radio, ready to call for backup, when a sleek black SUV screeched into the cul-de-sac. The door flew open, and out stepped Mayor Evelyn Carter herself, her tailored suit as sharp as her glare. "HOA Nangien," Evelyn said, her voice cutting through the noise like a blade. Step away from my sister. Now! The crowd fell silent. Hoa's face went pale, the handcuffs dangling uselessly in her hand. She stammered. Mayor Carter, I didn't know. Clearly, Evelyn snapped. You've been terrorizing this neighborhood for years. It ends tonight. What followed was chaos in slow motion. The neighbors erupted, chanting down with HOA as ex-posts lit up with screenshots of her fines, her threats, her reign of terror. Someone dug up an old video of HOA yelling at a kid for chalk drawings on the sidewalk. Another posted a photo of her car parked illegally in a handicapped spot. The internet turned her into a villain in real time, and Pinewood was her coliseum. But it wasn't just about HOA. It was about all of us, how we'd let her rule us, how we'd grumbled but never fought back. Mom, still rubbing her wrist, looked at the crowd and said, "We're done with this. No more fines for stupid rules. No more fear." Evelyn took charge, announcing an emergency HOA meeting. By the end of the week, HOA was stripped of her power, the HOA board restructured, and the birdhouse stayed neon pink and proud. But the real change was deeper. Pinewood wasn't just a neighborhood anymore. It was a community, forged in the fire of that night. HOA disappeared after that. Her tactical vest retired, her fines canceled. Some said she moved to another town, probably terrorizing a new HOA. I didn't care. I was just glad Mom was safe, and that birdhouse still hung on our tree, a middle finger to tyranny. Looking back, I realized something power only lasts as long as we let it. HOA thought she was untouchable, but one spark, Mom's defiance, a crowd's anger, a sister's authority burned her empire down. Karma's funny like that. It doesn't just knock, it kicks the door in. That night changed me or two. I stopped scrolling X and started paying attention. I saw how fast outrage spreads, how a single moment can shift everything. We're stronger than we think, but only if we stand up. So, next time you see a rule that's nonsense, a bully with a badge, or a birdhouse worth fighting for, don't just whisper about it. Speak up. Fight back. Because if Pinewood can take down an HOA cop, you can take on anything.